man börjar med oft bejspar kalorna ris och fyr samman vir stad. Stjärnor helt vindrins badit gör gånger hon där skaldregn går regn om ström några era sist börjar kallir vilt er är på sig tung och med
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Penn State League, covering today the Nittany Invitational. Been a little bit since we've hosted this one on the channel, about 2 years there and running, but we're here to give you guys the round of 16. Starting us off with Lourdes University versus the University of Southern California here in just a few minutes, getting prepped here on draft. For those veterans of the channel, once again, I am Infamous Trash. Hello to those of you who are new. And for the time being, at least, I'll be solo casting this venture, so we're going to see how it goes. And as soon as we get into draft here, I'll switch us over and make sure everything's going down smoothly as well. Hope everyone's enjoying the lovely weather we've had this weekend following St. Paddy's Day. And this is looking to be a pretty solid match we have to kick off our stream section of the tournament. Pretty good rosters looking up, and it looks like we will be getting into draft in now. So kicking us off, LU electing to go blue side in game one. Had the side selection, gonna put USC over onto red, gonna give them that true counter pick. And we're going to have to see what the priority is. They're going to be the first ban away. A very common one for solo queue. Not something we've also seen in pro. Jinx up there as well. AD carry. Probably one of the more common B1s at this point. Has been that way for quite a while in terms of the draft. Is, hey, pick a nice, strong, safe AD carry. There's normally only like 2 or 3 that are really, really meta that you can go towards, and then you're pretty safe. So go with early AD carry, then going for a support counter pick later to get you lane pressure / better roaming on the map, better team comp, whatever you want to go with there. But it's going to be Malzahar, and finally the Hecarim ban comes through. Far from unexpected, considering Xin Zhao's staying on the table. And Yuumi going to be the final ban, so Bencon not going to be able to pick up the cat today. Now Sergeant Cam. Yep, there's the AD carry B1. Looks for it, takes the Caitlyn away. Sheriff of Piltover will be joining us on the Rift. Let's see what the response. Possibly Jit. Just as I'm saying it, yep, it's Jin. As R1 could look for jungle. He's going to go for the support instead with the Karma on 2. Now, LU, the chance to respond. Has the support for counterpick. More than likely will blind jungle. That's generally speaking how this goes, but we'll see. Could look to pick up an early control mage mid. You have the Victor that's still available. That's quite strong. He's going to go the way of the Sejuani as a blind jungle pick. And do note Trundle still up and available and ready to go. And they're going to blind Gnar as well. This is very ballsy out of LU. Picking two characters that are characteristically not necessarily the most safe blinds. Gnar very strong, but is especially good right now. It looks like it will be the Volibear pick on 3. Kind of interesting. Would have thought when you see the Gnar and the Sejuani face up like this, you'd want to go with something like the Trundle, which is still very good at the moment. So interesting that we get to see the Volibear. Can go jungle, can go top lane. So not really sure personally what the better matchup is. Into something like the Gnar or the Sejuani. I know he can be played top in a Gnar. I've seen it before, but definitely would have expected the Trundle here on 3. Corki can be banned away. Not a champion we've seen too terribly much since his really broken Luden's Echo Poke Mage build. Either way, taking it away from Shinsei as they're going to take away Swain. Now, I personally do not know these two teams, so if anyone from either of these competing rosters wants to comment on mains, that whatnot, go right ahead and chat. We can throw that into the cast, no problem. I don't have the prereq info for that one. But it's going to be Kindred as the last ban, so maybe expecting the Volibear to be a top lane. Still not pinching a Trundle here. If you're thinking junglers into Sejuani, Trundle's the first one that's going to come to mind. So Inferno with a chance to... I'm almost expect this to be a blind mid lane to keep the Volibear flex alive and well. So maybe, like I said, Victor's here. You have something... Just another control mage of any variety. It's going to be Graves, so it will be... I can't even say it's going to be Volibear top. It could still be Graves top. Who am I kidding? This character's everywhere on the map nowadays. And it's going to be Veigar for the mid lane for Yunvan. Expecting the Predator build. This champion, especially with the buffs to his stacking, very, very oppressive. Come the mid to late game with the zoning. Scales way faster than it used to. Lux picked it perfection as well, giving you that very strong Caitlyn Lux bot lane with the binding into trap. As well as just an absurd amount of burst damage. Lux E with a slow pretty much guarantees damage on an enemy bot lane, and it will be mid lane to round it out here. So looking at the Syndra counter pick, not what I consider necessarily the most favorable matchup into Veigar in terms of like hard winning. Veigar is definitely with options to play, but is going to make his life harder trying to stack for those Qs. Needs to be wary of the Scatter of the Weak if he wants to survive this laning phase. So it will be the Volibear top for the current moment. We'll see if they decide to switch that between Daemon and Fenrir. Kind of ironic. We have Fenrir playing Volibear. Makes sense. So it's going to be Gnar, Volibear in the top lane, Veigar, Syndra, and then Caitlyn Lux versus Jhin Karma. So a lot of kind of poke bullying here in the bot lane, I guess, between the supports. And then mid lane, let's see how that one plays out. Jungle should be an interesting dynamic. I'm giving the favor of a Daemon for most of the initiative early game. I mean, you are on Graves. It's a lot of priority you can have, but Sejuani is nothing to scoff at either. W2 proc does a surprising amount of damage on that champion. Either way, though, first game of our best of 3 here, so someone looking to take an early lead in the series, and we'll get back to game 1 here in 2 minutes time once the spectator delay has run out and the game has begun. we are here for game 1 of LU versus USC. Loving the new spectator client, have to admit. Been a while since I've cast a game, so haven't seen this one in quite a minute. But it should be a fun one nonetheless, as LU looking to group up here on the jungle, maybe expecting a counter invade, or looking to do an invade of their own. Does have the light binding here for level 1 on Vencon.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So it might be fishing, but interestingly enough, not going to be a 5-point start here, so it's going to be a free entry for LU into the blue side jungle. Oh, UNC Inferno coming to check. Light binding, finds him on the wall, immediately cleanses. And actually, Young Vaughn starting the trap, so does have to be really careful, as now 2 members coming down as well. Maybe Damon and Bird of Sand looking for a possible counter. Just going to watch them walk back in, make sure they leave Damon. Oracle runs over the wall, gonna look for Shinsei early. Get some damage down. Vagar, though, should be just fine. He's gonna get chunked pretty darn hard, though. We'll at the back probably have to teleport as well to keep the wave in place. It's interesting level 1, and they're gonna go for a late. USC's gonna go for a late invade as well. Oh, light binding already used. There's no defense for this anymore. Damon checking in. Lungvong hit with the Jin W. Ignites down. First blood onto Damon. As Vencon now trying to contest further. The red buff, though, pretty much given up at this point, as it half resets, getting a little bit extra time. Smartly, Rogue going to concede. As the level 1 mind games are at a all-time high here in game 1 with the no 5-point into invade, into retreat, almost kill the mid laner, force teleport out into late invade for red buff and first blood. Very well done, I should say. He has to be careful. Damon making sure he's not going to get 2, sorry. Making sure he cannot get anything but a 3 buff, as he passed top side here to secure his top quadrant. Does not want any vertical jungling to go through, so Rogue gonna be left with very few options here as we continue forward into the game. Fenrir as well coming down to ward that out, so they'll know exactly when Rogue decides to make himself known top side. If he wants to take that contest, instead is gonna pass the wolves. I'm assuming gonna look to see if Rugs are up. Should know with Graves as he passed through mid lane that he only took the Raptors and the red, but you never know. And Shinsei just getting poked down. It's early Syndra as Scout of the Week almost does him in, and he has to fall back for now. That's a huge wave with cannon there. He's gonna have to give up underneath the turret. Can't even call his jungler to help. Checks, Raptors are gone. He's gonna pass straight toward this bottom crab, but he's gonna find himself with a very well farmed up Damon on that crab. Should he elect to go for it? And yeah, a huge amount of XP and creeps lost by Shinsei on this in the mid lane. Root comes through on to Jin, as is a trap. Very nicely done by LU. A little bit of creative pathing there, skipping the Krug sign and the crab to go right for the gank because there was an opportunity, and with every skill shot finding their marks, a return kill is had, and they're going to need as much gold as they can get here in the early game because mid lane so far in the dumps. A nice farm to 20 as Vencon. Oh, the shield. Gotta keep him alive for now. That will force out the reset, but already with a 600 gold lead this early on in the game. Of course, you do the 450 from first blood in there, but top and mid right now for LU not looking too terribly great. Already 12 CS is Inferno. Fast as heck, flashes forward to respond to Vencon. An easy kill. Why the reset wasn't done earlier, I don't know. They had the push. And so now, I mean, express back package, I suppose. Caitlyn's gonna have to take a reset. Jin already forward in the lane to push this one under tower. Might even be able to get crash it fully. No, it looks like it will just slow push in, hit with this other wave. So Caitlyn Lux still should be able to get out there, not lose too much in that regard. There's Cam. It's a top lane brawl. It's what we like to see. Scout of the Week again on to Shinsei. Needs to be careful. Doesn't dodge the second Q, and with auto attacks, Birds of Sand with a solo kill. And yeah, this is not going well for Shinsei. Rogue gonna try to make the most of this situation, but I mean, as soon as Scout of the Week's back up, Sejuani, you do not do much into Syndra. And with that, we'll be able to complete the push as well. Can't even keep the jungler mid lane enough to keep... Can't even stay mid lane enough as the jungler to keep the wave as good E placement by Fenrir. Grabs Sergeant Cam with a little bit of damage. And it is quickly running out of control here for USC as Damon finds Rogue on his wolves. Good flash to dodge away from the Q, but Damon has a little dash of his own. That will be a... I'm not going to say solo kill as a heavy assist on the wolves, but a good pickup for Damon nonetheless. It's going to put him up to 2-0 and a 2.2k gold lead at just 5 minutes in, with CS leads in every single department past 10. Now diving top, Nard, no Mega just yet. Good bounce over Damon. Gonna try to survive for as long as he can. Fenrir taking aggro. Now his ult is wearing down, but with the shield and the heals, not going to be even close to falling down. Needed to get that Mega to get some extra HP back, get some CC. Instead, it will be a kill under the turret. A whole 2 waves lost. As Shinsei needs to be careful. That's the level 6 Birds of Sand, and there's the ultimate for another solo kill in mid lane, courtesy of Syndra. Yeah. I know I said Veigar had a hard time in the draft, but dang, this is looking nigh impossible between these two players. Holy moly. Shinsei has not gotten a chance to play the game yet. Venkon and Yungon trying to get something going here in this bottom lane, as they're kind of the last bastions thus far for success, but even that is trades of even magnitude for the time being, with a level advantage as well over to Inferno and he. And possibly going to be the foreman. Syndra and Trays in the bot side jungle again. Gonna catch Alan Rogue here for sure. As top lane, we're getting a little bit of a fight. Should be just Surgeon Cam backing away. As yeah, Rogue caught out, and suddenly 4 people show up. Shinsei trying to get out. The line comes down as Inferno with the 4 shot, looking for it, grabs it. Not enough damage yet on to the Nittany. Guys, one flash forward. Shinsei gonna unleash the ultimate, but it's not gonna do near enough damage. Damon, however, can pack a punch of his own, and he's gonna go up to 4-0, and it is just a massacre. I mean, they're not even going to lose that much bot lane. Jin and Karma are going to be able to get back down there for another wave. I think Venkon went for a reset as they roamed up, so there will be nothing. Yeah, it doesn't even get to crash the wave. Sees Jin and Karma coming back down, has to back off. Youngblood very respectful of the kill pressure. And yeah, will not even lose the full wave for that. Can't even crash it. That is rough. Inferno's going to pick up pretty much all of this. Yeah, he's going to pick up pretty much all this stuff. Missed maybe 1 or 2 from the tower, being a little bit hard to go with. His invade here from Fenrir, just going to be warded off. Sees the Predator pop up with Shinsei in the area. Rogue as well. Well, nothing to scoff at. It just can buy a lot of time with the Honest CC Sejuani offers. And now, yes, we're at a 5+K gold lead at 8 minutes in the game. This is a little rough. I mean, LU's got some scaling potential, but my goodness. Bird of Sand, you know, caught in the cage here, but Shinsei does not really mind too much. As yep, that's the ult, and that's a kill as well. As Damon has showed up, and now, sorry Rogue, you're trying to make something happen. I feel you, buddy. It's what we all want to do, and trying to bring our team back in the game, but it's just digging a hole deeper and deeper and deeper. This Veigar does no damage. This Sejuani has no HP, and Syndra Graves is unstoppable thus far. Stunned by Fenrir. Sergeant can't get away in a solo kill top lane. Whew. Is rough to say the least. Yungon dodging out of a few ones. He walking up, trying to get some damage down. Good damage there with the Q, but it's not going to be near enough as the flash forward comes through. The exhaust down a little bit too late. He buying some more time as the trap is activated. Yungon put in. The ult comes out. He can't get in front. He has to flash forward for the kill, but Yungon manages to trade one back as signs of life from the LU bot lane. Trading 1 for 2. Not optimal, but certainly better than 0 for 2. Ooh. It's 2 kills up on the board there for LU now. getting something back as the gold lead approaches 7.5 thousand. Another gank here. Goodbye, Vagar. I salute you, sir. But that is just not... You made the mistake of walking outside of your turret and placing Cage down aggressively. As such, you shall be punished. 6-0 Graves, 3-0 Syndra. It is a nasty 2v2. In the mid laner now is Venkon gonna find E, got the light binding, and we'll just blow out the ultimate. Does pretty target damage as Rogue finds Inferno on the other way. Deadly Flourish will connect, as so does the ulti from Rogue, but with the slow coming down from the Jin W, or from the Karma Q, sorry, can't get in range as Surgeon now under tower, has an R ulti, doesn't get the full stun though, the tower just swipes into the side. Unfortunate, it might have been able to get a few more shots of tower aggro in there onto Fenrir and some damage, but for now, just gonna have to be content with staying alive. I'm not even sure where Graves is at the moment, so doesn't want to walk up, and Fenrir, no fear. Goes on a rampage, takes that shield, and takes a solo kill under turret. And that probably is going to be most of top lane down. It needs another wave or two to get that one. This isn't a Fiora in top lane. It's not going to kill your tower in 2 auto attacks, so you got a little bit of time to burn. But with Surgeon not having TP, ooh, light binding used. Venkon are still blowing the ult, but it's not going to be near enough damage as Damon entering the fray. Not much he can do to survive that one. And yep, that's 2 kills in the bot lane. It was a good look. Damon isn't there. Maybe you can trade that for at least a 1-for-1, but instead there's just kills before I should say. Flashing forward, can't find the binding. He gonna try to walk out, but Damon's still here. This is a desperation play. The Vagar can't kill the Karma. Finally, the shutdown comes through, and now 2 more kills go over to Damon and Inferno. Ends up being a 1-for-4 in bot lane. You know, the 1-for-2 earlier, that's doing pretty good with the gold deficit. 1-for-4 is still a rough sell for me. A little bit of rough sell is Yungbon trying to ward the demon off his turret. Will not matter as he has a Shelly to assist. And now, just gonna be a retreat here. Red's got a lot of gold to spend, but Venkon maybe a little bit. Oh no, Damon's gonna look for Red instead. Rogue does find him. Forces up the flash immediately. Very respectful, as I'm pretty sure Damon could probably just kill them both at this point in the game. How much gold does he sit on? Let's do a gold check. Yeah, he's sitting on a casual 3,000 gold in his inventory. Is Surgeon in trouble? Didn't know Fenrir was behind him, and now with Mega up, need to try to flip over as oh no. Might know his fate. Whiffs the Q. And yep, we'll just, you know, you dance it out, you have a good laugh. It's the mental war you gotta win up here in top lane. Dinar slowly retreats back into the side. He getting engaged on by Rogue as Shinsei is dead. Can't walk forward there. He, though, may fall with a bit of help. The Q doesn't connect, but Yungbon does have a pretty great auto attack. Damon. Yeah. Pig missing there from Fenrir. He doesn't like it. You know, you take that good camaraderie between teams of Surgeon and Fenrir up there. Just having a nice little dance party, you know, enjoying life. Having a good time in this tournament, but it just has to be ruined by the Graves player. Rogue. Yeah, nowhere to go here. Can't go over the wall. Can't run away. The Jin's faster than you. It should say that was a Q auto attack. Whew. And bounties have been up for quite a while as we approach a ludicrous. Venkon misses the light binding. Does pop down the ignite and gets some damage on his Damon, but it doesn't particularly affect the outcome of this place. As Fenrir is quite literally just sitting in front of Surgeon, as now the rest of the team looking for it. Going in onto 4. We'll see how long this volley bear will last. Sun Cage lands, so he's probably not going to last too much longer. And yeah, the shutdown goes over to Shinsei. Definitely where you want it. A little bit. I mean, hey, you got the gold lead. I understand you want to play with it a bit, but, you know, 1v4 with that much CC may be a little bit hard. As the 14K gold lead, however, shan't be detracted from, we should say, whoo, dodges from the scout of the week, and Venkon flashes forward, finds the light binding. It's a great engage, but Bird of Sand already has the kill before the final spark comes off as Bird of Sand very low. Sergeant Cam going forward. The shield, though, is just too much. Sergeant Cam, oh, it's disaster. Is now should say half health by a support. Damon here to finish it off. Young Man will get away over the wall for now, but with the curtain call, it's almost certainly Kurt for him. Does miss 2 shots, though, so maybe he can get away, but he not going to let that in. Ropes him back. Damon walks forward, says, give me my nice padded KDA. Fenrir further joining the fray with the TP. Rogue, the final sacrifice is Venkon. It's still so early enough in the game for Venkon to respawn before the fight is even over. We're only 16 minutes in, and we've had 35 kills, 30 of them over to USC. Bird of Sand finds the scout of the week, and that's a Venkon. Ooh, yeah, this might be the end game push if these scattered kills keep coming through. And there's another one. Bird of Sand takes legendary. And instead of going for the end, it will be USC just plan this one out a bit. Should say they're looking for one. Good Gale Force by Inferno. Whoa, Vigor Ult action is damaged now. The Karma falls as the rest of the team now regrouping, finding that one of them was actually killed. The impossible happens. Rogue going for a re-engage, but just dies instead. Good. Spinal Spark finds some damage, but the Great Assault does more. And now Youngvan takes some hits. Is generally okay. Geez. Oh, good stun change by Shinsei as he's teleported behind enemy lines. Didn't even notice. I was looking at the items again. As yep, 49 farm Vagar at 17 minutes is not the best. And now Fenrir going in once again the 1v4 situation. This time playing a little bit more cool as Rogue gonna find him for the engage. Still living as Surgeon claims that kill. A little bit of a recompense for the early game. And now, as we approach a 20K gold lead at 17 minutes. It's more or less, at this point, USC is setting up for the final blow. We got Vision here in the bot side jungle, as we have Dragons. Oh, I don't have objective timers on. My apologies, stream. I forgot to turn on objective timers. There we go. Now we can see when Dragons are spawning. Oh! Alright, have fun, Venkon. You just got a free ticket to the fountain. I'm sorry, man. You decided to walk within 17 feet of a bush. It's just how it happens. And yeah, now gonna be continuing the push. Pretty much just waiting on Baron to spawn for this game to actually end. I mean, it's not like LU has no wave clear. They can sit back or far and try to clear waves as fast as they can. But once this Baron's up, the game should just pretty much be over. Surgeon not respecting that he can't leave his base here, so we'll just get caught out here by Fenrir. That's gonna be a kill. Damon tower dives Venkon. Never mind, they won't need Baron. We got the end game here. Damon slides forward through, does get stunned. The Vigor Ult doesn't do any damage to him, but that's 1,000 gold on a Youngvan. The AD carry gets some income. LU holding up so far, but Bird of Sand still alive, and that means that the game is far from won. Wow, that's a lot of damage on a Sejuani. I mean, you got 2 mythics for LU completed, and I think only 1 character on USC doesn't have 2 full item points, so it's a little bit of an uphill battle, you know, a little bit heavy in the wall department. But, hey, you know what? It's going well as... Oh, we're taking the Hex Gate. We're going for the flank play. Venkon dodges away from the orb by going over, but Surgeon, you went over a little bit too early there, buddy. Fenrir is waiting. Arms open to receive. Big ulti on the 2 on the backside. Venkon down. Shinsei's down. Moonvon trying to hit as what he can on the wall, but the curtain calls and pop. Has 2 kills already through. Fenrir has healed since the start of this engagement. And now Rogue, last man standing here in defense of this turret, won't last too terribly long. Pokemon though coming to assist. It goes down. No, it will be a shutdown as the flash forward comes through. He able to pick up that one. And with Jungvon, only has to wait a few more seconds for his teammates. Again, we are at 20 minutes in the game. We are not late game yet, so these respawns actually come through quick enough where they can have multiple death respawns. We're playing like a Call of Duty deathmatch now, where it's how long can red stay on the map and keep killing you. Because they're just going to keep respawning and before they can actually clear anything. Another inhibitor fall. That's 2 inhibs down. Still not 3, so not dealing with too many super waves yet, but it is going to be very hard to clear these things without any items. It's a little bit uphill battle as we have a 21,000 gold lead at 20 minutes. Ooh. Oh, we're going for a play those, Damon. Takes Blast Cone over, dodges away from the Hextech Gate. This is the most use I've ever seen of Hextech Gate. Bencon, Flash, no, my friend, you're still in the queue, and he's back to the fountain. Respawn in 27 seconds, actually has to wait for one. This Bird of Sand claims another kill. Surgeon just really hungry for that shutdown as they're gonna go for the Drake. Try to get a little bit, you know, it's one objective, man. You get one. They got one objective in this game. That's objective bound. That's gold in their pockets. Now they can buy some potions for the final base defense. Heck, screw buying potions. Sensei's got a TP under the tower that's dying and dies instantly. Rogue is in, grabs a little bit of damage there onto Damon, but he doesn't take any. He has Flash Forward from Jungvon, finds another 1,000 gold, but there's the ulti from Syndra, claims him in return. Bencon gonna try to do what he can, but Scan of the Week's gonna make sure that he buys his 11th free ticket back. Surgeon doing what he can, but they're just looking to pad the KDA friends, stay in the fountain until the end, and finally USC puts the nail on the coffin. 21 minutes in, 57 kills, and a 22.2k gold lead at 21 minutes. USC, I think we can say, takes game 1 handedly in this one. Not particularly close. However, well fought by both sides. LU did have some again. The level 1 was very interesting. Good strat for the most part. I can't actually see stats after the game because it doesn't work. Shocker. But just stuff started falling out. You have you have the unlucky first blood. You have some unfortunate solo kills early on. The gold lead starts snowballing onto stuff like Syndra, on Graves, on Volibear. These early game, like fairly strong early game champions that really pack a punch when they get going. And the game spouted out of their control very quickly. Only real hope was Jungvon and Venkin did a admirable job bot lane. For most of the early game, at least trading one back. So, was doing a very admirable task. Looked decently solid there. But unfortunately, Damon paid them a few too many visits. And once that starts occurring, there's just no coming back. Some kills picked up as well on some interesting rotations from mid lane out of Rogue and Shinsei. So, I mean, there's, again, if early game doesn't snowball as hard, there's a chance. But for right now, if you have money on this game, you better get that on USC fast because they looked dominant in game 1. And for game 2, we'll be back here in just a few minutes, and we'll see how the pieces fall here. USC, a strong start-off lead, and it'll be interesting to see how LU decides to adapt, improvise, and overcome. All right, hello, and welcome back as we get into Game 2 of our Best of 3 series here. Currently, USC leading LU 1-0 after a stomping of a Game 1. 20 minutes, 22 minutes there and about. Oh, the 22+ K gold lead. Nothing to scoff at indeed as we get into Game 2 draft. Coming right up. We're going to have to see what LU decides to do this time. LU did elect to stick onto blue side. So deciding side selection, not the issue here. Totally down to run it back on that side. Instead, it's going to be picks and bans, which might need to take a looking. Currently, bans stand as they did last game. We got Zeri, Jinx taking a seat. Hecarim as well taking an early seat. Might be then the Graves ban on 3 as the adaptation here in Phase 1. But Graves, remember, not coming in until R4 last time around. As we had a Trundle on 3. Blind Sejuani Gnar as well for LU. Might be something they look to adjust as Zinzao. Take it away from Rogue, possibly looking to put him back onto that tank. Although the Sejuani, not necessarily the issue with how last game played out, in all honesty. Had a very good early gank, actually, bot lane to get some early gold after some disastrous invades in level 1 strategery. Instead of the Graves ban, though, Malzahar is still going to be taking a seat this game. Not going to be putting that in the hands of Bird of Sand and Yuumi, so we do actually end up having the same bans as Surgeon Cam. A little bit of a team up, you know, it's all good fun. Him and Fenrir were having some good vibes top lane, a little dance party in the middle of last game, you know, keeping it light. However, still just gonna go with the Gnar, B1 Gnar. Been a while since we've seen this champion in such a position where it's B1. Have to see if Fenrir wants to go back on the Volibear, as it worked fabulously in Game 1. No issues there for certain. So has that opportunity to go back on the Volibear. Instead, it looks like an early lock-in Warwick will be interesting. Still keeping with the Fenrir theme. You know, we're still on that vibe. Yep, lock-in and Warwick. Again, flexible between jungle and top, so same basic gist as they did in Game 1. However, if this is truly locked in on the Aatrox for Damon, more than likely going to see that one pop up in the top lane and the Warwick going jungle. Either way, AD carry still up, Jhin still up, Caitlyn's still up, and it will be the Aatrox. So assuming Aatrox top lane here into Surgeon Cam. Rogue, now with an opportunity to pick himself something, sees the Warwick face up, understands what he's up against, is going to go with the Shaco. We're getting some tricky magic business in Game 2. The tank wasn't necessarily the right speeds. Now we're going with the Sneaky Assassin. Look out for those level 2s in mid. As with Irelia, likely AP Shaco as well, with double AD solo lanes. As Shinsei taking the Irelia to town. Now, still could look at Renekton mid here if you really want to go full in on the screw Irelia over. Though the champion has received its nerfs, still that matchup is still ludicrously bad. Swain, though, instead picked up flexible again. Bird of Sand. He either or can take it up. We saw he did a fairly well and good job on the Karma in game 1. Maybe looking to get his hands on a mage of some kind. As now 80 carry pool going to be the target here for USC, banning away that Caitlyn. Vaughn, probably of the 5 last game, having the best of time. Did get a few shutdowns, allowed him to actually get items. Jin banned away as well. Yeah, so now the 80 carry pools can get taken down a notch here. Zeri's already gone. Caitlyn's gone. Jin is gone. Looking at maybe an Ashe ban if you're looking to really pinch pools down. Ashe is still available. I don't know if fasting Senna is still like a thing. Instead, going to take away the Sona. Not going to let Bencon get on the late game scaling enchanter. And one last ban. What do they want to take away? It's going to be the Aphelios. That's the one I forgot about. I always forget about Aphelios. And now Kaisa blinded here. Again, also flexible. We saw Faker take it mid lane in the LCK. It's been popping up. So, still a flex pick here. Don't know where the Swain's going. Don't know where the Kai'Sa's going. Should be Warwick jungle and Aatrox top. Should everything play out, unless these guys are playing namesakes with Damon and Fenrir. Ooh! Oh, it is a bot lane. Okay, alright. That's a little suspect. I like it, but it's a little suspect. Let's go. Cassiopeia setting a bot. Cassiopeia farms. Not necessarily the tanky, the farming support that you normally see, but with Senna taking the backseat, be able to scale up off souls. Kind of a fun old time as it's going to be Swain mid into Irelia. And Damon and Fenrir aren't switching it up yet. What does see? Maybe they're switching roles. Maybe Fenrir's in the jungle this time around. They're putting Damon in top lane. So they get to play some namesake champs, but yeah, this is an interesting one. This is, ladies and gentlemen, we have an interesting draft. So it is from top to bottom: Nar, Shaco, Irelia, Cassiopeia, Senna versus, I'm assuming, Aatrox, Warwick, Swain, Kaisa, Thresh. USC, even if this is like an Aatrox jungle thing and a Swain mid's not something we see too common, probably the more standard look. But LU, I mean, hey, you're in a corner, you think you're outmatched after that game 1 when it's just such a lopsided affair. You gotta get creative, man. You don't think these guys in normal League of Legends, you gotta warp League of Legends to your style. Cassiopeia Senna bot lane is definitely one way to warp the game. Kaisa is a shorter range 80 carry once Cassiopeia gets some levels, once she gets especially mana to be able to actually have damage potency and continuous damage potency. Because that's the biggest problem with Mage's bot lane, Syndra, Cassiopeia, even Heimer to an extent, though less so with how he functions, is they're restricted by their mana pools. Whereas Kaisa can technically stay down in bot lane as long as she has HP to contest waves. She can just auto-attack minions down and clear creeps. Cassiopeia is not going to have that power. However, supplemented by something like Senna, who can auto-attack creeps every now and then, just to get some damage down, try to make clearing a little bit faster. Even take some minions if she really wants to. You don't have. It's not like gold is bad on Senna. You do have a lot of. How do I say? You got a good compliment here, so it shouldn't be. The sustained game shouldn't be as lopsided in Inferno in Heath's favor. Do have to be careful with the engage from Thresh. You are gonna get that passive stack from Kaisa on, and that's gonna be very hard to deal with. Kaisa's allowed to free hit you. Miasma placement is going to be huge here. Senna slows are going to be huge here in the bot lane. But this is going to be an exciting one. I am very excited to see how this plays out. Mid lane, not really sure how Swain mid works. I'm going to be completely honest. We do not see this enough for me to have an idea of how it plays into Irelia. I'm assuming it's fine, considering Swain wants the enemy to be close, get that maximum damage on your Q. You can really benefit from your ulti as well later on against a lot of short range characters. Shaco versus either Warwick or Aatrox. I mean, it's Shaco. You're not really interacting with the enemy jungler too much if you don't want to. You have a flash where it gives you invisibility on a very short cooldown. And then Surgeon's going to have to deal with some weird matchup top lane. Something weird is going to go down there. It's, you know, it's either Gnar versus Aatrox, which I don't know. I think that's a skill matchup. Or it's going to be Gnar versus Warwick, which I am very sure is Warwick winning at least early on. Sustain, huge damage, great. Has actual, like, pseudo-engage with QE. Got dash through you, EU back into the wave, stuff like that. But it is quite an interesting team composition for Lourdes University, and we're gonna have to see how it works in the USC, because currently I know who I got my money on. We got a mostly standard draft, besides maybe some topside picks. The bot lane very standard, versus a wacky, weird, experimental pick in the Cassiopeia setup bot lane. And I am more than excited to see how this works as we can take down the spectator delay. We load on into game here for game 2 of USC versus LU. Certainly saw a one-sided affair last time. Some fun stuff as well with the level 1s, as we do get Aatrox jungle, so never mind. Standard compositions are really out the window here. I had hoped we'd see something nice and neat at USC. Give us a real idea what they want to do. Is we have neither of these 5 stacks really going to be accomplishing much, but getting vision and maybe counter jungling. And going for vertical, possibly start here. As, yeah, we're 5-man stacking on 2 opposite sides of the rift. One of them is putting down vision and obtaining early game information knowledge, and one of them is, oh, please tell me no way. Are they going to sit here? Is this gonna be a 5-man gank on Warwick top? No one's resetting. This is commitment. This is commitment, ladies and gentlemen. They're committing to the bit. And Warwick's gonna leash too, so he's gonna get here late as heck. There's no way, man. This is... Oh, it's... the mind games that are going to happen. There are 5-man top. Minions have spawned. They're going to lose waves bot and mid for maximum 450 gold. Oh, and he's taking the greedy path. Oh, it's so beautiful, man. He's in lane. He thinks something up. He knows something's up. They're clearing, and 5 men come out of the bush. No one does anything so far. The slow comes out. There's the root. There's 5 people top lane. He's going to try to get the heals, but first blood goes to Young Vaughn. And the 5-man level 1 is successful. That is incredible. Let's go, LU. You got, as I was saying, you got to make weird, wacky, unexpected strats, and that's certainly weird, wacky, and unexpected. No one expects you in the bush in 2 minutes with 5 people losing a plate and 2 waves bot lane. Who cares about the creeps and the CS and the minions and stuff? Now starting game is a huge XP lead. You got your top lane working out as Fender gets all 2 and immediately off into a fight, should say. Hit up as he, knowing that the bot lanes aren't here, goes for a level 2 roam in mid lane. Sven here getting a little poked out here. Now Inferno does have to be a little bit careful with bot lane for turn. Senna is going to outrange him by quite a ways. Should say, taking the brunt force of Bird of Sand with a level advantage in mid. Should say, 6-3, Bird of Sand, trying to poke him down, but Aurelia's healing off Q is pretty good. Also has the Doran Shield, very smart move in that case as Fenrir. Just gonna face tank wave here. Maybe baiting it. Grabs a good Q chunk. Gonna get some healing, but not particularly worth it as that sentence does land bot lane. Good bot. A lot of damage. The Ignite's down. Vekon No Q to heal, has to back away. Shouldn't die just yet though. Fights in multiple lanes. Should say ignite down, but the minions do too much damage. Bird of Sand with the solo kill. Manus Fenrir, solo kill top lane. The solo lanes are back in action. He going very low. Flashes away, doesn't matter. That Serpent's Fang will follow you all the way, sir. Yungvon claims that one. Now Inferno flashing away after he's rooted. Has the level advantage from the early XP. Damon also packing down his rogue. Not sure what he's doing here, trying to get this wave to crash to help his top laner with the wave, man. But Fenrir was waiting and watching. Teleport coming in, gonna try to keep this one. Has the flash, just goes right back into the fear. Oh, it's a disaster. He goes out with the flash as well. Bot lane, Damon's here. Yungvon, the last man standing, but he has no mana, no damage. He lives though, somehow. And now Fenrir's back at it again, top lane. And yeah, it is. We do not stop in LU. Fenrir dies level 1 to 5 man top and still has a 2-level advantage. What is happening? Bot lane is just losing everything. Damon downside there. Yungvon is, I think, waiting on an item breakpoint in base. Rogue has found Damon, who is a level ahead. He's still level 2 on the Thresh, so not going to be packing too much, but Vekon is as well looking. Trying to find Inferno, who's so low and out of mana. I mean, if Yungvon is there, they absolutely win this fight. Shinsei, though, coming down, might be able to find something. Is he gonna be slowed down by the Senna? Ignite comes down. Shinsei can't find the flash. He can just Q forward, though. One more auto attack should do it. Oh, the W doesn't get, waiting on the reset timer. He so very low. Shinsei backs off. No, it's so close and yet so far from victory. And we lose another wave mid lane. And hey, I mean, they're trying to fight. We're keeping the spirits high, ladies and gentlemen. We're fighting to win. Who cares about the CS and the XP if you just kill them, right? We're here to frag and frag only. And now Shinsei finds someone receiving end of a very good sweet spot from Aatrox. Good dodge though on the third proc. Either way though, Virtus Man gonna grab that one. Fenrir pick 6 goes in with the ulti fear, gonna push Shinjikan back. Already has used his bounce, has no flash. Fenrir playing with his food. Oh, you hate to see the Q whip, doesn't even the slow, and Fenrir just waiting on his Q cooldown. Wants that extra sweet healing for lane. We'll take that one. For another solo kill in the top lane. And now, Yungvon, Benkon. Sitting down here bot lane, the odd lane, still trying their best as death sentence does in fact lead to death. And that will be a 2v2 kill for the USC bot lane. And once again, 6:30 in, about a little bit shy of a 4K gold lead. Not necessarily, I don't think it's actually as accelerated as game 1, interestingly enough. And we have AP Warwick top. What was that? That's a Blasting Wand, Sork Boots, Warwick. These are odd times we live in, ladies and gentlemen. Odd times indeed. Should say. Good W there to avert some of the damage. Birds of Sand still very in control of lane. 3 plates town bot lane from the early skirmishing and the 5-man top gank. So, you know what? The top lane play, good idea by LU. Has tried to do some tricky stuff since. Not really been working out in their favor as Rogue. Trying to get Gank on mid. Bird of Sand, though, has the ultimate, so we'll just be fine, I think. Yep, good flash W. My, that was clean, man. Grabs a kill on the Rogue regardless as Fenrir. Should be in trouble here. I think has the ultimate still. Good ulti though from Nara. The stuns come through, but the Fear gonna, or the Isari gonna get rid of a lot of the damage. And now the War Kill is coming in full burst plus the extra attack speed. That's what he happens to be. He gets low, baby. And Fenrir, the solo kill top lane, goes on a rampage, 4-1. And now Shinsei gonna try his hand at the beast in top. Ignite is down trying to get some heal, but the Fear is through. And Shinsei, buddy, you have no mana. You can't Q. And that means that Fenrir gets another solo kill in top lane. That's 6 Darksteel stacks, doing the economical purchase. It's Justice Damon as well. Coming down here looking for a possible dive in bot lane, or at least take the Krugs away, but with that as well is Rogue visiting. Damon found out, taking a little bit of damage here as he doesn't find the death sentence. Rogue in behind. I don't think they know Shaco's there just yet. Benkon though, pretty much dead to rights. As Inferno has damage, doesn't die just yet. Grabs another Q healing as the exhaust comes out of the Rogue. Venkon still trying to kite away, still trying to back away from Inferno, doing as much damage as he can before he goes down. Grabs another soul for the road. He will eventually, go down to the rain. As Youngron, doesn't have any mana for this, so can't really do much. That sense does go wide. Rogue gonna have to play his way. The tricky Clown Man is gonna have to be very tricky. This one. Oh, the blind W from Damon. And should say here, too little, too late to come through, and that will be a 6K gold lead now with 2 more kills in the bot lane. That actually didn't look too bad for LU early on. Again, Youngvon, mana just isn't there. Not able to regulate this enough to be fighting this early. Should say though, gonna commit to the bit. We're committing to the bit. I like this team. We commit to our bits. Man is found out by Inferno, so he loses 2+ waves for nothing. But we're still committing. We're still down here. He has the minions. He has the E. He misses the E. Flawless duet was in fact not flawless, and therefore he misses more waves. But we committed to the bit. We're all on the same page here. We're just going for it. We're making plays. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I'm liking it. It's the LU creed here. As Fenrir still just chilling up in top lane, knows he can heal off his enemy laner at any point in time for half his HP bar. Charge Cam also acutely aware of the fact. Yep, acutely aware of the fact. Toying with the food a little bit. As Venko gonna find He here. Not gonna be an easy one for Venkon as he's caught out with no support again. Youngvon in base. He's just gonna go for the kill. There's no help. Yeah, Kai's like, I want this wave. Buddy. You're on your own. But with the W missing from Venkon, can't grab that kill. Rogue found out. W not gonna click. Does manage to get back through. Box buying Rogue a little bit more time to move around here. But now top lane in desperate straits. This is a very easy dive. Heck, I bet Fenrir could pull it on himself. Instead, it's going to be tough to counter. Venkon's up here, though. The support roam is around. I should say instantly. Almost no! A good box. We'll buy some more time. The Ignite, though, coming down means that kick away where unfortunate little flash there from Daemon and able to get out as Rogue. Pulled back in, taken out. Venkon now trying to deal with an Aatrox and a 3-level disadvantage. Good block to get away from the sweet spot. But now you're in enemy territory once against her. And this time, not going to be so easily as it's fighting a threat. You're not going to kill Fenrir. He's not actually that low. You have to expect him to have at least 50% more health than he has when you get into melee range. It's just the nature of the beast. And that will be 3 more kills. Coming over for USC as they go up 8,000 gold in 11 minutes. And we're starting to slowly get back to the pace of game 1. It hasn't snowballed as much. But Fenrir needs to be a little bit careful. Nope, does find the ulti. Not enough time to react. I'll say Sergeant reaction flashes that. It's a guaranteed kill. As not sure what your plan was there. Long does get the dragon though because Rogue came in from the backside. Good flash away to dodge away from the ultimate, I should say, by Inferno. He kind of auto Rogue's clone once. Now autos Rogue once he figures out the right one, and that's gonna be 1 kill. And now it's a 2v2. Sphere comes through off one of the boxes, but she said there's no damage. Inferno finally falls as he survives with a little bit of help, but it's a triple kill for Kaisa, plus an extra one because Cassiopeia died early, so it's a 4 kills onto Inferno. Mid tower, meanwhile, who cares about dragons? Bird says, I am getting plating gold, my friends. I am wrapping this one up cleanly with a nice bow on top. As, gold diffs a little lopsided. We have a 2.7k gold lead in top lane. We have a 2.2k gold lead in the jungle. We got a 2.6k gold lead in mid. We got a 3k-ish gold lead in AD carry. And then the supports, LU actually doesn't have a gold lead between supports. 3,800 to 32, you have a 600 gold lead between Venkin and Heath. So one area of the map is winning by the gold difference. And that could make all the difference given Senna enough time to scale, and she will start one-shotting people. However, that time maybe not afforded, I should say. Ooh, good box, Rogue. Good box. Good peel box. Venkon, though, still looking. Find the W. I'm not sure if you want to commit with the rest of the team is mid lane, and 6A is pretty dead. Good play, actually. Get back to the ulti. Fenrir just casually get a 2v1 here. Yep, finds the ulti out of the bush. Does grab the W to get a root. However, he and the support team is coming in. That's going to be another kill over to Fenrir. He goes godlike. The Nashor's Tooth chomping away here at Surgeon. He was looking for it. Good death sense to get Surgeon away from the wall. Another Q to go through. Surgeon knows he can hop now for free. Fenrir, no ultimate to get on our tower, but they still might just go for the raw dog dive anyway. Yep, Fear's down. Gets another shield from Thresh. And yeah, the raw dog dive. Oh, one more tower shot. Fenrir goes down. 1,000 gold to Surgeon. You say in the alt chat right now, GG worth. That is how you take it. At this point, 12k, the gold lead stabilizing, possibly a little bit. But Bird of Sand is here now, and Venkat realizes he has made a dire mistake. No, they're actually going to go fight this. Bird of Sand flashes, though, and now is godlike. Rogue, ignited, going lower. Ulti from Thresh, not going to do too much so far. Loonbot actually doing pretty decent damage here. Gets a big Petrifying Gaze, splash forward the exhaust, grabs the shutdown onto Bird of Sand. And the big play from the bot laner. Lungvan comes out on top. Another 1,000 gold shutdown. That's going to keep the gold lead at 12k. But hey, that's gold. That's items. We have Mythics pre-18 minutes now for the side of LU. This is a vast improvement over game 1. As now, possibly fight. That's a pretty damaging at Kathy and Rain as Rogue finds out the hard way that Fenrir hurts. Thank God, this Warwick will just dive you without remorse. As he goes down, though, Shinsei with the ultimate. Vanguard's Edge just gonna red Fenrir, actually. This guy is not that tanky without the E and without the healing, so if you can take him down from range, more power to you, and that's more gold. Putting the gold lead down to just 11k now. And it is, we call this winnable in Silver Souls. This is what we call winnable. Lungvan tries to sidestep, but realizes the AoE is too big and just has to try to rock away. Oh, W hits, Q hits. Venkun getting some healing off a cliff, but now USC Inferno coming in to burn up the rest. Bird of Sand will take the prizes, but Inferno with the killer instinct takes down 2 more. That will be the mid lane tier 2, and they said, I don't think that gold lead was big enough. We'll put it back up to 4. We'll put it back up to 14, 15. And then we'll see where the pieces lie. Either way. Still, it is a game. Bird of Sand is a little bit of a raid boss at the moment. Actually, correction. So, LU, if you want to use a very good analogy. Wait here, as Shinsei takes the fight versus 2. Hasn't won one of these yet today, but who knows? Maybe Aurelia turns around. The champion has done good things in the past. Flashes in place, then dies. So we got that one out of the way. Don't need that summoner. Burn it. You use it off cooldown. It's technically more efficient. You get more flashes off per game. As I was saying, LU is not playing League of Legends right now. They're playing Elden Ring, you see, because they have to fight multiple different boss characters. And with their summons, i.e. their teammates, they gotta like coordinate strats, try to take down each individual one. And right now, they're kind of dying a lot. They, they're learning. It's the learning curve. The bosses are now keeping up. They bunch them into one area, and that means the Inferno boss just gets to kill people for free. Venkon. Not really sure why he's 0 HP across the map. I think he was trying to solo dragon. He kills him. I would love to know what happened there. Shinsei is getting good in. That's an entry frag. That's an entry frag attempt if I've ever seen it. Bird of Sand does get reduced to half HP. So lower than he's been in probably the last 17 minutes. Or no, he did die once to Lungvan, who does get a good Petrifying Gaze off of Fenrir. Doesn't have a problem that he does has a found. Damon gonna grab a little sweet spot there for the damage. Ward off Lungvan. No Petrifying Gaze available in this Cassiopeia. Does have to be very careful. Whoop. Q hits again, and Surgeon is dead. The death sentence is certainly living up to its nomenclature as Damon goes into world-ending mode and doesn't end Lungbong. Does grab a kill back, but Inferno's got the killer instinct. He will follow up where his jungler could not. Double kill for the 80 carry, and that might just be the game if they so want to end it. You got 18k gold lead. Again, actually some respawn timers. See, this is the disadvantage of actually being in the game for a while. Is eventually you actually have respawn timers, so you can't play Call of Duty in the end game to defend your base with instant respawns. Fenrir grabs the lantern to safety. Got a little bit overzealous there. Too many TCCs taken to the face. Again, isn't that tanky on the AP work? Sitting on that Lost Chapter and an Asher. Doesn't have any health yet. So, not the tankiest man alive. And again, gonna be up to Lung Vong, just kind of clear out these creeps, make sure these supers aren't touching towers. And we'll see what USC wants to do. We still have 41 seconds on the Baron, the game ender. No one has been stacking dragons this entire series, so I do not believe we got to worry about that end game condition. However, it is 20 minutes. We have a little bit less than 20, 18k gold lead still, so it's stabilizing for the time being. You know, the minions being picked up here. With that, we just kind of go into a little bit of lull state. Oh, good double root by Bird of Sand, and that's going to be easy click kill. Rogue going to try to fade away flashes, which means they see your flash. He's giving them a scent. He's trying to lead them away from the team. It's a noble sacrifice. Fenrir grabs the noble sacrifice. He doesn't mind. It's blood. He'll take it. But it does buy the team some time. Now they're not pushing directly down mid. So he gives them some time to recuperate, clear some creeps out, and make sure the game doesn't end. It's a stalling tactic. As he will proxy farm bot wave before walking into under tower and losing half his health. Meanwhile, Damon just putting on the pressure, you know, hasn't really been involved this game. It's not the greatest performance. He's just been a accoutrement to this whole situation this game. Letting his boys do it as Rogue may just dodge the Captain Rain one shot. Well played with the ultimate. Good W by Benkong. Gonna grab some damage, but he is half held by a Swain W that doesn't look good necessarily for the rest of the fight. Luckily, Kai's W doesn't tag anyone just yet, but a sweet spot on Lungbong means Killer Instinct is available. Flash bomb from Brendan with the ultimate. It's gonna be big damage. As now, Lee gets a good ultimate, gets the kill as Lungbong able to take him down. It's a double kill over to Kaisen though as the Void Seeker from the 3-point line snags him his third kill. And now, oh, that's a rough death sentence. That's a Quadra. Looking for the Penta, the Lantern forward. He pulling back the play. The Ignite is down. Can he do it? The Killer Instinct flash. There it is, baby. Oh, 5. Pentakill for Inferno. Can he make it a 6th kill on Benkon? No. Damon says he wants that one, and we'll take it away. The Nexus all left in between USC in the next round of play is Shinsei going forward. UNC Inferno takes him down again. Rogue limps back in the base, but again from downtown. Just the alley-oop swish. And it will slowly the Nexus falls. Waiting on, I believe, he to throw a death sentence. Instead, the game will end. USC taking the game handedly and will take the series 2-0 in just 44 minutes total. GG, well played all. Was definitely some banger. That is what we call a banger here. High octane, fun action. And really, what a great way to kick off our coverage here at the Nittany Invite. Again, congratulations to both teams. USC will be moving on to the next round to play, and I believe, other than that, we should be casting at least one more match tonight. At least one more should be up. And I will check to see what that is. It looks to be a 7:30 p.m. game, which will be TAMU versus Shawnee State at 7:30 p.m. tonight. So that'll be the next game cast here on the Twitch channel. So make sure you guys, if you don't got anything to do, or if you do got something to do, put it on like your second monitor in the background. Just give it a listen. We'll be back for Tamu versus Shawnee State at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should be another good game. Once again, thank you guys all for watching. I've been Infamous Trash. Again, we're back at 7:30, and I hope to see you guys next time back on the Rift.